I'm Ren. Let's see what's making news. Schools in South Australia might look a little less sprinkly in the future after new healthy eating guidelines recommended fairy bread should be ditched from school canteens and after-school care. Here's Joe.
Oh, have a go at that. It's the endangered fairy bread. It used to be a common sight in schools all across the country, but now it's rarer than finding teeth on a chicken.
Yep. The SA government has announced some changes to its Right Bite food and drink standards for schools, which are designed to help kids stay healthy by sorting canteen and after-school care foods into green, amber and red categories based on how healthy they are. And the latest food to find itself in the red zone is fairy bread.
It's just really good to eat after school for a snack.
Sometimes people put too much sprinkles or too much butter on it, and I don't really know why.
It's not just happening in SA. Over in Western Australia, ham and cheese sandwiches are facing the same fate for having processed meat in them. Some people aren't happy about the decisions and say that sweet treats like fairy bread are part of a healthy diet when eaten in moderation. But the government says the guidelines are just that, guidelines. And schools can still choose to serve foods like fairy bread if they want. And parents can still pop it in a lunchbox.
We've got to try to do something to help parents make healthy decisions, but one of those is not banning things that go in lunchboxes.
So, what do you reckon?
I think it's good for health-wise. They should be allowed to have free will to eat what they want when they think it's healthy or just a treat for them.
Firefighters have been battling some big blazes in Victoria today. A heat wave mixed with strong winds and thunderstorms caused catastrophic fire conditions across parts of the state, with bushfires breaking out in Grampians National Park, triggering an emergency warning for nearby towns. Today is World Radio Day, so Jack tuned into his nearest radio to understand the important role it still plays.
Hello, listeners.
That's strange.
Oh, wait, no, don't switch me off. I was hoping I could talk to you about radios.
Oh, no thank you.
Oh, please, it is World Radio Day,
Fine,
please,
all right.
please.
Yes, if you'll stop that whining, I'll listen.
Oh, yes. Okay, well, let's go back to where it all began, shall we? There are a couple of people who experts credit for the invention of radio.
In the 1890s, Italian inventor Guglielmo Marconi worked out a way to use radio waves as a way to communicate. And in 1901, he amazed the world by sending a radio signal across the Atlantic Ocean. At first, radio was mostly used for things like communicating with ships. But the First World War showed how useful they could be on the ground. In the 1920s, radios in the household became all the rage, thanks to broadcast radio. In the 1950s, radios became smaller, more affordable, and portable. But then along came television. Oh yeah, I love television. I'm on it right now. While radio has even more competition for our attention, it's still really important. For starters, radio signals are a reliable way to send messages during emergencies. And because radio is cheaper and easier to produce than television, many communities still rely on it, and many people love listening to it.
So there you go. That's me. That's radio.
Great.
Now these next stories will have you saying, gosh, I just can't believe my eyes. First up, cycling. The world's most daring mountain bikers have gathered in South Africa for Darkfest, pulling off some seriously high-risk tricks. Yeah, maybe don't try that one at home. Now to scenes straight out of a blockbuster. A low-budget blockbuster, where Brazil has gifted us soda can transformers. More than 30 people decked out in these tinny fits came together for a popular street party called Bloco da Latina to save recyclable waste from going to waste. And finally, ahead of Valentine's Day,
I think I found my perfect Valentine.
This yoga class in India has invited these terrifyingly adorable puppies along to bathe in the best love out there, puppy love. Every single one of these little guys are rescue puppies, and many have now found their forever homes. Oh. Well, what are you looking at? Well, that's all we've got time for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.